What's up, everybody? Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Ooh, there goes the alert, so I know that people are being notified that I'm live. Let's give them a moment to arrive. Ooh, he's rhyming. There's another alert. 2 alerts that we're live. That's good. I got 2 alerts. Hey, Debbie. I'm just taking some of this bud, and I am I'm putting it in the jar underneath the other bud. This is the newer bud, and I want that at the bottom. I'm going to take this other stuff and put this on top, and let it all cure in here together. Debbie, David, Hippie, Shelly, Jay, James, John, Stukes, Nick. Hello, guys. Yeah, I'm very late because I was up last night at midnight doing a show, and boy, oh boy, that Sweet Afghani Delicious fucked me up last night. I don't even remember the show, but I know I got really, really high. I remember that much, and I slept really good. Last night I washed the rocks are really good, and I put that thing after I got it all clean. I put it in the garage. Thanks, David, Evan, Greg. Hey, Nay, bro, the sky, Michigan, the sun's orange. Audrey Stream, the news here in my small town is saying it's from the fires in California. In Michigan? What? Okay, Google. What's the distance between California and Michigan? Was it 3,000 miles?
California is 2,410 miles away from
That's 500 miles off. Dude, how is that even possible, man? Oh my God. Hey, Aaron, Jonah, I'm good. Enoch, what's up, son? Sherry Hamilton. Hello, Sherry Hamilton. Sherry Hamilton, are you Canadian? I'm just going to take a wild stab at that. We're going to get some of Sally. A ton of rain, says Nick Brown. Lay down, Sally. Lay down, Sally. Fucking hurricane so strong. Oh, I hate to waste it. I love a fresh hit, but man, I hate to waste it. Oh, damn, I've got so much I can do it. I gave you shit about your Canadian flag. Ah, you're Canadian. See, you don't need a flag for me to know that you're Canadian. Isn't that great? See? How did I know you were Canadian? That is so funny. You want to know why I thought you were Canadian? Because of your last name, Hamilton. I thought that was a Canadian last name. I didn't even realize that that was you with the flag. But I'm glad you're back. I like Canadian women. They're some of my favorite, actually. You guys are fucking crazy. Canadian women are fucking crazy. Hey, it's a compliment, and you know, I know that you know that you're taking it as a compliment. Higher suds, you guess. Mustang Sally. A Mustang Sally. Oh, you slow your Mustang down. Oh, Mustang Sally. I don't know that song at all. My friend Danny plays it in his band, though. Mustang Sally. And I think we probably played it in my band, but I didn't know the words. Somebody else came up and sang it. You better riding in a you better slow that Mustang down. Right? Isn't that it? I don't know. I have no idea what I'm saying. Look, Sally, fuck Sally, okay? Sally needs to fucking lay the fuck off the goddamn United States. All right? Fucking break the fuck up and go the fuck away. Talk to text. That's because we're wild. Yeah, you are wild. Yes, you are some wild gals, you Canadians. All right, so Cyber Style, it is quarter of the hour. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis isn't for all. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for joining the show, and I hope that you guys are here to have a good time and maybe talk some shit, learn a thing or two, or just have some fun, be entertained. I plan on doing all of that, and all of the above and more. Cheers. Doesn't even look like I hit it, does it? Wait. Hey, Slowski. Cheers, Enoch. Tilly, Two Shoes. Cheers. Oh my God, that sweet Afghani delicious is powerful stuff, man. Holy shit. Now, the more it cures, the more strong it gets. And boy, oh boy, man, it is just bam on the head. Bam. How you been? All done fishing for the year. Finally time to have fun till spring. Troy Corbin, welcome back, buddy. I'm so glad I'm going to start seeing you on my shows again, bro. Clyde Farmington, that's the face you make when you're, No, that's the face I make when I've got a bunch of people watching me on a live stream and I'm blowing smoke rings, entertaining them. But you can go fuck your mom. And you won't be able to respond back to me. Oh, and you know what else when you're fucking your mom? Tell her I said that she's a cunt. Will you do that for me too, please? Cool. Thanks. Thanks so much. Hey, Jay. What's up, buddy? How's it going? Why you never grind your buds before smoking? I find a better burn consistency. No. Never more flavor from crunching it up. No, that's just not true. Actually, it tastes more shitty when I crush it up. It tastes more harsh, and I don't like it, you know? Maybe Kushcast, just try smoking a bud instead of crushing it up. All right? You grind it into a fucking dust, into a powder, and that's what you're smoking. You're smoking, you know, straight up dust. It's way more harsh. And, yeah, the flavor for me tastes a lot better without crushing it up. It tastes way better. So I don't grind it. I don't crush it. You know, sometimes when I'm putting the bud into the bowl, I'll break it apart just a little bit so it burns good, but that's it. I like to cut mine. The grinder makes it into a powder. Right, Evan 420 gets it. Yeah, and everybody's different. Just because I don't like it, you know, that's the way it works for me. You totally disagree? Well, yeah, hey, if you don't want to take a bud and stick it in a bowl and try it, well, I can't fucking convince you, you know? You're just going to say that, you're going to say that, you're going to think that, you're going to think that. You're not going to fucking try it. You know? I've had grinders for years. You know, every time I ground up bud, it got harsh. So, I like a nice smooth hit. That's the difference for me. But I have a feeling that I've been doing this a little bit longer than you, Kush. I don't know who you are, but I have a feeling I have a little bit more experience smoking than you do. So, that's why people are coming to my show and watching and getting advice from me. All right, guys. Then for those of you that grind your buds up, more power to you. I'm not telling you not to do it. You asked me why I don't grind mine up, and I answered it. And you can totally disagree with me, and that's fine. You know, I just know that my buds are tasting better when I'm smoking them. That's all. All right. Cyber Style. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis isn't just for all. Cheers, everybody. I like that little blue in the corner when I do that. That's kind of cool. Cool. I like that effect. No grinding? Yeah, let me know how it tastes, Doc. I love you, Sean. Thank you, bro. I love it when people blindly have my back. It's dangerous, but it's fun. Hey, fuck you too, Fasal. How are you? Troy Corbin, my man. Troy Corbin, he understands. Yes. Doc's like, oh, it tastes great. I'd recommend it. You guys want to know why? Because when you put bud in a grinder, you guys ever notice that the grinders get sticky? That there's keef in them? You're pulling flavor out of your bud. It would be impossible to grind up a bud and say that you're getting more flavor. It would be literally impossible. You love the keef you collect? See, I like the keef on my bud. I like the keef on my bud giving more flavor to my bud. And if I want keef, man, I know how to collect keef. I don't have to do it in a grinder and molest my buds to do it. You know, I'll take the shake that's left over when I'm done grabbing my buds, and I'll take that and I'll put that in a keef extraction. What's up? It would be impossible. It's literally impossible to say that you get more flavor when you're literally removing fucking keef from your bud and you're saying you're getting more flavor. You're just like, okay, buddy. Okay, man. Disagree with me. Better burn consistency. My buds burn just perfectly. I have no problem with my buds burning. In fact, when I smoke, I usually like to smoke half the bowl and then I'll smoke the other half. You know, and if I grind it up, it burns too easily. I need a little resistance. I like that resistance on there. Like I said, my buds, I don't have a problem. If I did, I guess I'd be grinding them. All right, Faisal iPhone later. And go fuck yourself. Mine is burning longer. Yeah, it'll burn longer. It'll last longer, sure. Doc's all like, dude, I'm watching the right guy. I am totally watching the right live streamer, man. This guy is improving my smoke life. You see, I just cram it in there. When you cram the bowl in there, it does break apart. You can feel it. It cracks apart a little bit. You know, it breaks apart. It's not ground up. You haven't taken off keef. You haven't removed oil. You know, you've got all of it. You literally have more flavor in the bowl right now than you would if you ground it up. It's just a fact. It's factual. You think, otherwise, but you'd be wrong. Is everyone letting? I don't know. If you grind your bud up, it doesn't matter. The cure, really. If you're grinding it up, you're just turning it into a powder. It's gonna burn. Never. Ensel TK just said never using the grinder again. Ensel TK, this is for you. This bong rip of unground bud is for you, buddy. I love this shit. I love this show. This is so fun. No, I feel like it's my birthday, man. All right. Cannabisism, tips for all, cyber style, no law regarding cannabis. Cannabisism, tips for all, no law regarding cannabis, cyber style. Am I in a feedback loop? I'm sorry. Cheers, guys. Nice smooth hit. Really good flavor. Trim. You could keep it. I would keep it. If you're trying to maximize it, keep it or BHO it, but you didn't hear that from me. Keep it. It's just when you're dealing with this much cannabis, you don't really worry about that anymore. I'm not as conservative. I mean, I'm going to be having bins of it. Oh, every time I open it, it's better and better, man. What's the best way to cure? I like a brown paper bag or a wooden crate in a cool closet or a wine cellar. If you have a wooden crate, dude, that's the way to do it. A wooden crate, plywood, like a coffin, right? In a cold cellar, fucking underground in the dark, dude. That shit's gonna cure better than anything. That's the best. Like you're putting like a wine cellar type thing. I don't trim, Evan. I don't trim anymore. My neighbor taught me this. He had some buds, you know, in a bin, and he opened it up, and it smelled so strong. He's like, "This is from last year." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here, bro! Why does it smell so strong?" He's like, "I don't trim it." He's like, "When you trim it," he's like, "you're ready to sell it." He's like, "When you trim it, you don't trim it and store it. You trim it and smoke it." He said, "If you trim it and store it, it releases kind of it's what this guy's doing when he's grinding up his bud. You're releasing some of the flavor, some of the smell. Iceman is here. It's time to smoke. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabisism's for all. You ready, bro? Are you prepared? Did you bring your A game? Did you bring your A game, son? Let me know. Which game did you bring, bro? I've got needs. I've got wants, needs, and desires. Cheers.
Prepare yourself.
No, I love my fucking Republicans. That's not true. I love my Republicans. I love you guys. I love my Republicans. I love my Democrats. I love my independents. I even love my libertarians, my anarchists. I love all you guys. Even the racists. And those of you that belong to racist groups. Yeah, I love you too. I don't give a fuck anymore. Everything has changed. You know, my mom said, she said, if you would just start being nice to me, if you would just start being nice to people, they would start coming to your show. My mom said that. And I was like, I know, but that's not me, Mom. That's not who I am. That's not what I'm about. You know, I get on my show and I yell and I scream and I call people names and I curse them, you know, and I call them out on their hypocrisy and their indoctrinations and their lack of sense, of common sense. And she goes, well, stop. Yeah. That thing that you're doing, stop doing it. No, Steve Running. No, Steve Running. Stop listening to H.A. Goodman, okay? Stop. Okay? Stop. Fucking stop. All right? Steve Running, fucking stop. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, make sure you... Look. Hey, man, if my buddy Iceman or my buddy Rob Mulligan or one of my independent friends wanted to go check out H.A. Goodman, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Bro, you are corruptible. If I was going to start a cult, you would be like my right-hand man, bro. Because you would do anything I told you to do. That's dangerous. Stop. Okay, just stop. You gotta start thinking for yourself. H.A. Goodman is dangerous, bro. He will turn you into a fucking soldier, bro. He will. And he doesn't pay attention to the audience, and he doesn't realize what he's doing. You know, he is militant as fuck. He's a sweetheart, man. I love the guy. But he's toxic for someone like you. You. Not the masses, but you particularly, because I know you, bro, and I know how you are, man. You are corruptible as fuck. So I love you, bro. You know, and that's me being as honest as I can with you. H.A. Goodman is a hardcore Trump supporter. He's a hardcore Israel supporter. He doesn't give a fuck about the Palestinians. Okay? You need to know what you're getting into. That means that H.A. Goodman is a fucking racist. Right? So know what you're listening to. Understand he comes from an area that is strictly driven by the state or the country of Israel. That is where H.A. Goodman is coming from. He is indoctrinated, and he will indoctrinate you. Love the guy. I'd fucking have a beer with him. I'd go shooting with him. I totally trust him. He's a great guy, man. But we disagree on a couple things, you know? And he's not trying to start a cult, but man, the things that he says are toxic. It's not healthy. He's not trying to lead a bunch of people anywhere. You're welcome, bro. Just eyes open, son. Eyes open, brother. Now you know. Now go back and watch fucking H.A. Goodman all you want and have fun. Now that you know. Now I feel comfortable. I'm like, yeah, now you know. We've said it. He makes great points, bro, because he's highly intelligent. But, you know, lawyers make good points too. You know, there's a fucking guy, he murdered somebody. And there's not much of a way you can explain it, but he goes to court and he gets a lawyer who's a good one, and the lawyer goes in front of the jury, and the way he explains it, people are convinced, and they find the guy innocent of murder. That's H.A. Goodman, bro. He's that lawyer. And that's why I stopped watching him, man, because he would... Okay, you guys want to know? H.A. Goodman would corrupt me, bro, if I listened to him. That's why I can't watch him. He'd fucking corrupt me, man. And, you know, just like grain of salt, bro. He's entertaining as fuck. He's fun. I love him. I don't spend a lot of time in his podcast, and I should spend more time in his podcast. What do you think of the peace deal Trump helped get signed for the Middle East yesterday at the White House? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Hey, Kush Cash, do you think you could chill on the fucking punctuation next time when you ask me a question? And I'll take it more seriously. I don't know any, do you know any of the details of the deal? What are the details? What does it stipulate? Go ahead and you tell me, Kush. Tell me what the details are, because I don't know. Educate us all, son. About to research H.A. Goodman? Okay, let me tell you what H.A. Goodman is. He was a Bernie supporter 4 years ago. Bernie dropped out, and he totally went Donald Trump. Juan, call me Nay, bro. N-A-Y. N-A-Y. Try that one, Juan. Okay, Juan. Keep the pressure steady, Juan. Keep the pressure steady. Where is Juan? How's Rogie Bear Beazle? He's on the bed sleeping, that's right. He got so dirty yesterday. He looked like a hyena. You know that color? The hyenas have that off color. It's kind of like a tan. He had that dirt. Oh, I'm smoking with you, son. He had that tan dirt. Oh, that Afghani sweet. Bro, Ice, you gotta try the sweet Afghani delicious, bro. This is just a really, man, just got a whole thing going on. It's, you know, it's like a whole spectrum of fucked up, man. All kinds of high and, oh man, I can't even put it into words how it's making me feel, but oh, last night was amazing. Cyberstyle, no longer gonna cannabis. Cannabis isn't just real. Everybody cheers. Did Big Jim ever grow out Sweet Afghani Delicious? Did Big Jim ever have an Afghani strain, bro? I didn't realize it was that popular, Carson. That's cool. It's in Germany. Come on out, bro. Oh, you'll get it in the Netherlands, Karsten? How long is the train ride, Karsten? Take the last train to the Netherlands and you'll stop at the dispensary where Karsten will pick up cannabis and it is called Sweet Afghani Delicious. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, you always have some good... Oh, okay. All right. One more thing. One. On my live stream... And Tay, Juan and Tay, on my live stream we call it cannabis. I could totally go into that and tell you why if you guys want to learn. I could explain that to you right now. My audience has heard the story a million billion times. But yeah, can we call it cannabis and just not have to tell the story to save me the trouble? I like to smoke lots of cannabis, and I put cannabis in my bong, and I smoke in some more cannabis, and I'm singing along about cannabis. Mike says, miss you. What do you mean you miss me? I'm always here. That doesn't even make sense. How can you miss me? 30-minute ride? It's 30-minute ride on the train, bro? From Germany to fucking the Netherlands? That's awesome. Dude, 30 minutes. Holy shit. Okay, cannabis, brother. Thank you, Juan. Psst. Keep the pressure steady, Juan. Shave your knuckles for justice, Juan. Psst. Bam, what? Ron Placone, what? RonPlacone.com, what? Jimmy Dore, what? Psst. Lee Camp, what? Lee Camp's gonna be here a week from today. A week from right now, Lee Camp will be here in exactly 1 week. You guys make sure you're all here for the interview with Lee Camp. Dottie! Thunderfoot, hun. It's Thunderfoot. Thunder, THUNDERF 00T. Thunderfoot on YouTube. Thunderfoot on YouTube with 2 zeros. Thunderfoot on YouTube. Let's watch a Thunderfoot video, shall we? Oh, we just love Thunderfoot. Let's smoke cannabis and watch Thunderfoot. What do you guys have to say about that? Psst, unreal. Meet and greet with Nay says one. Fucking stoked for Lee. For Lee. Lee Camp. Oh my God, Lee Camp. What? Reaching out to all of you because it violates community guidelines. Your channel will get a strike and you won't be able to do things like upload, post, or live stream. Oh, it's just a warning. If it happens again, your channel will get a strike. What? Reaching out to all of you because it violates, it doesn't even say what the violation is. This isn't even my main channel, so I'm not so freaked out about it. It says review content. I'm gonna see what the fuck. It's so nice to have 21 channels on YouTube. And I'll just make more. You know, if I lose some channels, I'll make some more and I'll tell you about them. And I'll just broadcast to them. What happened? What happened? Spam deceptive practices. Oh. It may have been something about triage oil or something. Deceptive practices though. You know, how dare they? This live stream recording is not available. So I have no idea. I'd have to look it up on my computer and see if I can find the video because they removed the video. So I don't even know. It was Reaching Out to All of You was the name of the video. Dot in all caps. Let me see if I can find that on YouTube on another channel. Maybe I was broadcasting. I don't even know what year it was, you know? All right. Reaching Out to All of You. Nay's Garden. Reaching Out to All of You. Nay's Garden. Streamed 2 weeks ago. Deceptive. What? See, it was a 2-hour video, bro. I show the triage oil. Oh man, it's a good video because I did Sophisticated Nay for like a long time, man. Oh my god, for like an hour I was Sophisticated Nay. Oh, what the fuck, dude? Deceptive. Then I hold up the phone. And then I show you guys my Twitter. And then I show you guys that I bought a fucking tweet on Twitter. You guys remember that show?
Oh, that's right. I turned my audio off.
Oh, my audio was off for the first minute in that video. Hey, Christopher. How's the grow going? Well, let me show you, bro. I just went out there and ate breakfast this morning, guys. I had some tomatoes and pole beans with Rogan. We both ate right off the plant. Didn't even wash off the vegetables. Fucking just ate them, man. I weigh 175 pounds, if you guys don't know. 175. It's the, this is the least I've weighed in my entire adult life. 175 pounds. I mean, I don't even think I got down to 175 when I was in the hospital with diverticulitis. Oh, you like my grow one? That's the live shot, bro. If you watch it, you'll see the wind will catch the buds and they'll sway a little bit. Yeah, I was in there looking at them today, man. I was getting one bud stalk off the plastic. I took a 10-foot pole and pushed the plastic away and just leaned the 10-foot pole against the plastic. So, what is your truck I'm trying to lose? Oh, trick, it seems like I cannot lose it. For losing all this weight, eating vegetables in the morning, eating pole beans and tomatoes for breakfast. Skipping the bagel and cream cheese. Not having Coca-Cola and Pepsi anymore. Not eating hamburgers and fries at the local restaurant with Coca-Cola like once or twice a week. I haven't had pizza and wings in a while, but let me tell you something. There's a new coffee shop that just opened up down the street, and I'm gonna be going there like every fucking day, and I'm gonna be gaining some weight. I couldn't believe I got on the scale today and weighed 175. I was like, okay, because I've already started eating there, man. I'm eating in the morning, and I know it's going to happen. I'm going to gain so much weight so fast. I have to, you know, be conscious of it. If I don't want to gain this weight back, I have to be conscious of it. You finally weigh less than me. I like it when I can throw my friends. That's the problem, Billy, is everything I've lost I've been replacing. You shouldn't be eating strawberries if you had diverticulitis. Yeah. I don't know if they're 100% sure on the seeds and the diverticulitis thing anymore. I don't know. But I gotta have my smoothie. Dottie, I gotta have my smoothie, girlfriend. Will you take pictures of the pastry you eat? Yeah. I'll take a picture. It's like a croissant. It looks just like a fucking croissant, but it's this big, I swear. I swear it's this big. I'm not exaggerating. It's got a chocolate icing inside. Oh, and it's so fucking good. That's one. And then there's the cheese-filled round. It's a round, like a kind of like an apple cheese or something. Fuck, that thing is. Oh my god. Fuck that thing. And then there's the then there's the blueberry muffins. Oh, fucking blueberry anything. Blueberry filled a blueberry filled Danish this fucking big. Filled with blueberry. Oh, yeah. How tall are my plants? 11 feet tall, Jay. They're 11 feet tall. I drink lots of water, ride by the... Yeah, let's do this. Bzzap, 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 bzzap. That was fun, wasn't it? Beauflow. You guys want me to make it look like it's out the door? That means I would have to be sitting over here. I always love doing this. This is my favorite part. The layout adjustment. Fit it right in the window. I fucking love it. I just need to move my chair, huh? There we go. There we go. That's cool. I could probably do it better if I worked on it a little bit. Who's been watching Kit Boga? He's so fucking funny. Oh my god, that guy. Fuck that guy. He's so fucking funny. It's like, wow, this one's a little hard to fit today. Maybe it's because the way I got the camera. The angle. It's an angle. The angle's hard, man. It's the angle's a little bit hard. Erica Mansat asked me a question. Go ahead. Ask away. Hey, maybe if I raise it up a little bit, it'll be even more believable. Because, like, you know, like this. Psst, nobody makes it believable anymore, pal. Psst, unreal. Why Sally being a bitch? I know, right? Erica's like, let me ask you a question. Don't block me. Okay. I might block you, but go ahead and ask me a question. Just wait a minute, says Karsten. Broadcasting you on my TV. Hell yeah, Jay. Sally's being a fucking cunt. I don't know, man. Lay down, Sally. Take for people not to wear the mask. What would it take for people not to wear the mask? Why, Erica, why does it bother you so much? I guess that would be the question I'd ask you back. When other countries that wear masks have been able to limit the COVID deaths, and we don't, why do you not want to wear one? Anti-masker. Everybody, Erica's an anti-masker. And you know what, Erica? It's a fact. Okay, let me tell you a couple things. It's a fact that masks cut down on the transmission of COVID. That's a fact. Right? So when you don't wear a mask, you could be transmitting this disease to other people that could die from it. That's a fact too. You could be asymptomatic, meaning that you don't know you have it. You could be a carrier, right? Do you understand that? No, don't call her dumb. Don't call her dumb, Karsten. I want to give her a chance I want to educate her. I want her to learn. I'm not wearing a mask right now. I don't want to wear a mask right now. It's not comfortable for me. When I'm around an elderly person, I put my mask on. When I'm driving and it's smoky outside and I'm driving in the Roxer, I put my mask on for the smoke. And when I get to the coffee shop, I put my mask on because there's people there. No, they definitely help with smoke filtration. If they didn't, the front of my mask wouldn't get dirty with smoke, John. Which they do. Oh, they definitely stop some of the smoke coming through. Yeah, smoke particles can get through a mask, I'm sure. But not all of them, and you're limiting them, John. So let me make sure you guys aren't lying. You guys can't lie to my audience. The surgical masks don't work for the smoke particles. Yeah, they work for some, just so you know. What makes everyone think they work for a small ass? It's not that John Doe, and your little two okays are going to get you blocked. Okay? Your little two okay things, your little snarky snark. Yeah, that's why I blocked you. I would have had a conversation with you and I would have taught you that it's not about stopping the virus traveling through the mask. It's about limiting the amount of breath that you breathe out and limiting the amount of air that you're breathing in. That's what it's about. It's not about limiting your oxygen intake. It's about the amount of the puffs of air. And you literally are not blowing out as much air. I just feel like the government is trying to control us. Erica, you pay the government to control you. You live in the United States of America. You pay taxes. That's what we hope they do. We want them to, mandate masks so we can make this fucking COVID thing go away and we can get on with our lives. But there's people like you out there who are preventing us from getting on with our lives because of your ignorance. Do you understand that? Remember I told you guys we were gonna bring up Thunderfoot? Yeah, I don't know what I did on that then, but I'll you know what? I'll go over there and I'll appeal it. I'm gonna watch it just to make sure. It says, now that I know what they're striking me for, I could have said something about the triage oil, and they're saying that it's phony, that I'm misleading people, and you know what? I think that I'll just let that. I think I just might let that go. I can appeal it, man. The appeal's right here in front of me if I want to appeal it. But anyway, it's on another channel, so it doesn't really fucking matter. I mean, Erica, do you watch the news at all? Do you ever see when there's like a big group of people that get together and then all of a sudden there's an outbreak of COVID there? Have you seen that? Have you seen like do you know who Herman Cain was? He died from going to a Trump rally. He got COVID and died. Are you aware of all this stuff? I mean, don't you want this COVID shit to go away? Or do you not fucking give a fuck? Do you not care about other people? You know, do you not, it just seems kind of, like you don't. Oh, they took down his COVID, they took down his COVID videos. There is this one video though, this one guy, right? Tell me it's still up. Six years ago. Fuck. Anna Kaspazarian and Thunderfoot hung out did an interview fucking 6 years ago. You don't watch the news anymore? Where it's required? Well, it shouldn't be about, Erica, it shouldn't be about where it's required. It should be when you're around other people. You know, and you should be able to determine when you're around other people. What is that, a picture of me? You put a picture of me? What are you doing, Karsten? Alright. I hope you're not going around posing as me, bro. Fucking troll. Videos. Alright. Let's see if this video's up. Ben Swan. This is the one. Oh, and Dr. Rashid Buttar. This is a good one, too. God, he put them both up again. That's good. We could watch either one of these, man. They're both really good. Now let's watch this one. This is called Ben Swan Busted on Thunderfoot's channel. You should all watch this.
I'm Ben Swan, and this is Truth in Media.
We've already watched
Truth
We've watched
in
this.
media. There's no way they would lie to me. I mean, they're against the mainstream media with all their flashy production titles and professional, well-edited production. Oh, hang on. Was he different from mainstream media again? Oh yeah, of course. Alternative facts.
The war over face masks. Yes, in our highly politicized climate, it seems like everybody has to be on some kind of team against everybody else.
Well, if you think that facts and alternative facts are on different teams, then, well, maybe, yes. Now, this is Ben Swan from Real Truth Media, or some such, and he's got some conclusions that he wants to share with you about wearing masks.
And this is what you need to know. The reality is, number one, wearing an N95 face mask does not prevent the spread of virus.
Now, the bizarre thing here is this is at the end of a 12-minute video where he goes through paper after paper,
Look,
none of which show...
Erica, you can come on here and tell me how you feel, and you can come on here and give me your opinion, and I'm not going to block you. And it'll give me an opportunity, and that much more of an opportunity, to explain my side of things to other people, let alone you. And the more you hear it, hopefully the more it'll sink in and you'll start agreeing with it, I hope, you know?
what he's just concluded.
Now here's what that all means. It means that this talk of protecting you from a virus with a mask is not based in science. I've shown you the science.
No, you've shown us that you really didn't understand what you were reading. No matter how immaculate your production values being featured on Russia Today and the such like.
Russia
and since
Today.
the video has about 300,000 views and a 90-something% approval rating, I'm going to guess that you've just misled about 1/3 people into believing that wearing masks will not affect the spread of the virus. You showed a bunch of studies that show that face masks under some circumstances, can be fairly inefficient at stopping you catching viruses like influenza.
In no significant difference in the incidence of laboratory-confirmed influenza. Did you get that? In the 2019 study, there was no significant difference by wearing an N95 respirator mask.
However, that is not the same thing as showing that masks don't decrease the spread rate of a virus, especially in things like in a pandemic. All of it.
Okay, so right there, he goes over that so fast. You guys need to hear what he said. He said it doesn't prove that masks don't help slow down the spread of a virus during a pandemic. Okay? That's exactly what Thunderfoot just said, and you need to hear him say the words. He just says it too fucking fast. Okay? Listen.
Decrease the spread rate of a virus, especially in things like in a pandemic.
Significant difference by wearing an N95 respirator mask.
However, that is not the same thing as showing that masks don't decrease the spread rate of a virus, especially in things like in a pandemic. All of it.
Do you understand? It's not about whether or not the virus or the smoke particle can pass through the mask. It's the fact that when you're wearing a mask, you are not breathing in and out as much air as you would if you were not wearing a mask. It's just common sense. You've got something blocking your mouth. It's slowing it down a little bit, so it slows down the virus. Just enough to make it go away. If we all did it, you know, it's funny. If we all self-quarantine, right, and we all wore masks for 2-3 weeks tops, we'd be done. And we could have been over with this fucking thing right when that whole toilet paper craze was going on. We were all stuck in our homes. And if we had all just done it for 3 weeks, it would, but we didn't. You know, people had to run around, and people had to do this, and people had to do that, and it kept getting worse and worse and worse. And, you know, my neighbors were doing it. They were having parties.
Essentially done is looked at a bunch of studies showing that washing your hands really doesn't prevent you getting food poisoning, which is sort of true enough. You mostly eat with a knife and fork anyway, so why should it matter? Then you make the jump to the conclusion that therefore it's completely irrational, that there are all these government rules and regulations requiring that restaurant workers wash their hands.
In fact, in the state of Michigan, Governor Gretchen Whitmer has issued an executive order that tells businesses they must force customers to wear a face mask, and if they don't, the owner of that business could lose their license to operate in the state of Michigan. All over the country, we're seeing signs, people saying you must wear a face mask.
Yes, you're about to witness Ben Swan of real, of course I'm not lying to your face media, go on to speculate that something as mundane as the health benefits from washing your hands or wearing a mask. Now, he's going to dismiss all of the science on it and run off to the conclusion that simple hygiene is actually about the government forcing you to submit.
It's not based in science
what
or
Erica
fact.
said.
And if it's not, then is wearing a face mask really about protecting the public?
Government control.
Or does it become about submission of the public? Are we being forced to submit merely because politicians want us to?
And this is where the whole conspiracy bullshit breaks down in the face of a pandemic. This is not some little thing to try and control people in the United States. This happens in every country on the planet. The communists, the capitalists, the bourgeoisie, the dictators, the libertarians, and the liberals. You know why, Ben? Because a virus doesn't care about your political persuasion. Now, for Ben here, they all got together, all of these different people, they all got together in a big room to conspire to get people in America to wear masks.
Then is wearing a face mask really about protecting the public? Or does it become about submission of the public?
No, John,
Are
it's not
we
about
being
money,
forced
it's
to
about
submit
submission.
merely because politicians want us to.
Reality
Submit.
check time. South Korea got its first case of the coronavirus on the same day that the US did. It had its outbreak of the coronavirus sooner than the US did. But thanks to the rapid action and vigorous contact testing, they got their outbreak under control much sooner. And they did it all without the need for a nationwide shutdown. Now the United States is sitting on about 140,000 deaths, while South Korea has yet to make it to 300. The US is currently recording 70,000 new cases per day. That's over 5 times the entire number of cases that were recorded in South Korea. And your response to this, Ben, isn't, wow, they really got their act together there. Maybe we should do what they did. Nope. While South Korea was putting into action its antivirus protocols, people like Ben here were busy trying to spin this into some sort of conspiracy theory about how it was all they were trying to control you. Like that will really help limit the spread of the virus.
The war over face masks. Yes, in our highly politicized climate, it seems like everybody has to be on some kind of team against everybody else. This latest example is whether or not you are for wearing a face mask or you are against it.
Mr.
Yeah,
fucking
it's
square
almost
jaw.
like having a population that understands that an infectious disease is infectious is better at controlling that disease than population that sees mundane hygiene procedures as some elaborate government conspiracy designed to get you to submit to their supreme control. Odd how that works. Look, Ben, I'm going to make this idiot-proof for you. Viruses are tiny, self-replicating cell fragments. They cannot live on their own. They can only live if they've got your cells to help them replicate. There's a
Yo, Ben, when you say Arabs were masked, what the fuck are you even thinking about, dude? You're not thinking, Ben, okay? Just think. What you just said made absolutely no sense. No, Arabs were not masked. What are you talking about? Arabs were masked. What does that even mean? What are you talking about? Have you ever been to an Arab country, bro?
cellular parasites like that.
Because let me just answer that for you. No.
Now, at some point, the virus has to get from person A, who is infected, to person B, who isn't. And, in principle, one virus particle can seed a new infection. Now, in every country...
This one's hard to find, Evan. It's called Ben Swan. Busted. It's called Ben Swan. Busted.
Around the world, there's been a world spread rate observed. That world spread rate is one infected person infect about 3 people either before they die or they get better. This means that you can do the exponent calculation and work out that it's a little over a couple of months from first case to complete world infection, assuming no one does anything to try and slow that spread rate down. Now, the virus infects your lungs, and it uses the cells in your lungs to create the new cell membranes for the virus. So, ballpark figures, there you can turn your entire lung surface area into virus particles. So, how big is a virus? Well, a virus is about 1/10 of a micron, squared-ish. So there are about 100 of them in a square micron. And there are about 100 trillion of them in a square meter. Your lungs have an area of about 100 square meters, meaning that if only 1% of the surface area of your lungs is turned into virus particles, you have enough virus particles there to infect 1 million Earths without even breaking a sweat. Now, you'll be happy to find out here that viruses aren't smart. They have no intelligence and no plan. So, most of those viruses stay in the body, either until the immune system kills them or they kill the body. However, some of those virus particles are excreted somehow.
So sad when the little man
In
dies.
this case, probably in little droplets that come out of the mouth.
There's another danger to wearing these masks on a daily basis, especially if you're wearing it for several hours. when a person is infected with a respiratory virus, they will expel some of that virus with each breath. But if you're wearing a mask, especially an N95 mask, you're breathing back in the virus every time you attempt to expel it.
He's such an
Ben shows
idiot.
himself to be an idiot. So, we've just
God.
covered the fact that if you get infected, you have trillions of virus particles in your lungs. And he's worried that you might breathe a few of them back in. Whereas in reality, of course, a few extra virus particles for you will make no difference whatsoever because you're already infected. However, for people out there who aren't infected, a few virus particles is the difference between not being infected and being infected. And of course, like most conspiracy nuts, Ben projects like crazy. That is, accuses everyone else of doing the things that he does most of all. That is, when you hear him saying something like this, you got to bear in mind that he's most accurately describing himself.
And you're not saying that based on science. You're not saying that based on scientific evidence. You're saying it because it's what you're being told over and over and over again.
Anyway, where were we? Yes, Ben in the middle of telling us how masks don't prevent the spread of the virus, even though he's just admitted they are stopped by wearing a mask. You see, in reality, the viruses like to come out of your mouth in very small droplets of water. You know, the sort of thing that would be absorbed into a mask and there would be zero chance of you breathing back in again. However, if you're not wearing a mask, those virus particles can go absolutely everywhere. Now it's got to get into another person, and again, the details of that are actually kind of fuzzy. You know, it's just one of those problems. If virus particles are so small that you can't see them, then tracking small numbers of them in the environment is almost impossible. But what you do know is the spread rate. That is, one infected person, on average, infects 3 more people before they either get better or die. However, one thing that we do know about the spread of the virus is the virus has to leave Boris and enter Bernie. And the more barriers you put in the way of that, the lower the infection rate. And the most obvious way of doing this, of course, is Bernie never goes anywhere near Boris. He socially distances, and therefore he never comes in contact with the virus and he never contracts the virus. This is why social distancing works. Now in this case, he's going to cite a bunch of studies, none of which address the use of masks to slow the spread of a pandemic. None. Nada. Zip. Yes, this is the great research done by Truthiness News.
There were no statistically significant differences in preventing laboratory-confirmed influenza, laboratory-confirmed respiratory viral infections, laboratory-confirmed respiratory infection, and influenza-like illness using N95 respirators and surgical masks. By the way, just to be clear, in the 2009, 2010, 2012, 2016, and 2017 studies, they all found the very same thing as the 2019 and 2020 studies.
Yes, they all deal with your chances of catching a cold. None of them address the chances of you spreading coronavirus during a pandemic. But hey, here's a thought for you, real truth in this news, and something that's not addressed in any of your studies. Boris here has been listening to real truthiness news and completely believes that masks don't stop the spread of a virus
There you
in
go.
a pandemic.
Watch
This is what you need to know. The reality is, number one, wearing an N95 face mask does not prevent the spread of virus.
So when he gets the virus, he coughs out virus particles. Now, Bertie, on the other hand, understands that wearing a face mask will reduce the amount of virus that he coughs out, maybe by a factor of 1/3. So when Bertie coughs, he excretes 1/3 of the virus, thereby reducing the spread of the virus by a factor of 3, which is not far off what has been found on the effectiveness of using masks in a pandemic to reduce the spread rate. So let's see what we got. Proceedings of the Royal Society.
Kush cash because nobody wants to wear a fucking mask, man. Just like you. Nobody wants to wear a fucking mask. Politicians included. Do as I say, not as I do. You think you've uncovered some conspiracy, Kush Cash 1212? Look at other countries, all right? Look in the other countries where the masks have helped, man. All right? Fucking shut up and listen, man. Shut up and fucking listen. You'll learn something, all right? This guy's a scientist. You're a moron, okay? There's a huge difference.
Modelling framework to assess the likely effectiveness of face masks in combination with lockdown in managing the COVID-19 pandemic. And it's from some rinky-dinky little outfit called the University of Cambridge? Cambridge, maybe? I don't know. I'm sure they're a respectable outfit. I've never heard of them myself, but let's see what they've got to say, shall we? With the COVID-19 with an R0 of 2.2. So R0 is basically the spread rate. So when the R0 gets down to 1, the rate that people are losing the virus and the rate that they're contracting it is the same. So when you get to an R0 lower than 1, you're winning. And the wild spread rate for COVID-19 is probably 2, 3, that sort of thing. And for scenarios where face masks were worn only after the onset of symptoms, the median R0 fell below 1 if at least 95% of the population wore face masks, with a similar efficiency to N95s.
When you say face shield, that's that thing that's like, it's like a helmet with like a plastic thing? A face shield like that? John Combs, is that what a face shield is? Like what the police wear for riot gear? Is that a face shield? Let me know.
With a policy that all individuals must wear face masks all of the time, a median effective R0
Look, they do help. A face shield would help. It would be better than nothing. Absolutely. It's exactly what he's talking about in this video. It would limit your exposure. Definitely. But it's not going to be as good as wearing a mask. You're better off with a face shield and a fucking mask. Seriously. If you're around people. Other countries are used to being controlled by their government. Hey, Kush, you don't come in here and call me Bud, all right? Now you're blocked. Get the fuck out of here, you little disrespectful fuck. You know, other countries are controlled by their government. Dude, what you said just doesn't even fucking make sense. Oh, you mean the other countries where they're being able to limit the amount of COVID spread? You moron. Get the fuck out of here. Don't call me Bud, you douchebag. Get the fuck out of here.
Below 1 could be reached.
It's like someone comes in here and they're
with a
fucking talking all tough to me and shit. What?
Of 50% with a R0 of 2.2, or face mask effectiveness of 75% with an R0 of 4. Too long didn't read version. It's expected that wearing a face mask will about halve the spread rate of the virus.
Set aside your preconceived notions. What does science say? What do the facts say about face masks?
But what if you don't feel sick? Why should you wear a mask then? Well, breaking news. Half the people who spread this virus don't feel sick. And if on average you're going to transmit the virus to 3 other people, all of which have a 3% chance of dying, that means by not wearing a mask, you have about a 10% chance of killing someone.
Wow.
It's literally like saying that you don't want to
And that's all I need to hear. By not wearing a mask, you have a 10% chance of killing somebody. That makes you a fucking piece of shit if you're not wearing a mask. And, you know, I hope you guys learned something from Thunderfoot. You should all be following Thunderfoot on YouTube. It's Thunderfoot with 2 zeros in the foot. It's THUNDERF00T on YouTube. Follow him. Let him know I'd love to interview him on Twitter. Follow him on Twitter. And let him know I'd love to interview him in the garden. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys had fun. And I will see you on the next one. All right, guys? Remember Ron Placone. Check him out. RonPlacone.com. Ron Placone. Ron Placone. At Ron Placone on Twitter. Get your news on with Ron Placone on YouTube. Ron Placone on Facebook. All right, guys? Big friend of the show. Big friend of cannabis. Thanks, guys. Take care. 20 seconds of goodbye. 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 See y'all. Look at Hash and Enoch with the hashtag keep it open. You guys all keep it open. Psst. Nobody keeps it open anymore, pal. Nobody says keep it open at the end of a freaking video anymore, pal. I literally have the fucking software thing to close the video out. But I really have to go. I do. My dog is still in the bed. He's so cute. I have to eat, man. I gotta go. But I give you an extra couple seconds because you guys said keep it open. All right, but that always works, man. You guys remember that hashtag keep it open. It really does work on me. The more of you guys that do that, there's 33. Is there really 33 of you guys? It's fucking crazy. All right, man.